Hello Internet, Category here, and as the certified World War 85 fan I've become over the last couple of weeks, months, I thought it was finally time to take a look at not the base games, but the expansion content. This is everything that was released with the Storming the Gap Kickstarter. 3 different expansions in one big old lock and load style 3-inch box. And here is the Operation Red Gauntlet, which came with the Blood and Fury Kickstarter. So, I'm going to start with the old content, have a little look and see what comes in all these and see how it expands your various games. Let's take a look and see just what comes inside this massive package. Start off, we've got data cards. So these were missing from Storming the Gap. They were in Blood and Fury, but I wonder if these are for the entire Storming the Gap forces or just some forces included in this, but I'll get those open at some point and have a little look. Again, these cards they just break down each unit type, they give all the special functions, all the data, possible ranges they can have, and also it gives handy ranges for in hexes and different scales of miniatures. So if you want to play using 6mm, 50mm, 28mm miniatures, you can use the World War 85 rules, but use these cards for the unit stats and play miniature games, so that's quite a good little touch. So yep, 3 packs of data cards. Two big old packs full of more formation cards for the various units that are going to be represented in these scenarios. The thing about the formations cards as well as the colour stripes, it might just be existing units you already have, but with new command stats, new command ranges. So, but it could be something really new and juicy in there. Let's get to it. And look at this bundle here. A whole new stack of maps. Loosely bound there, but let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, these are like the Storming the Gap maps. They've got the split, so they fold up nicely. Oh, okay, lots of city terrain, lots of rooms there. So let's have a quick little look through, see what we've got here. So we've got 41, 40, 39, 40, 38, is there 41 here? Well, these are the winter maps. I imagine they're going to match these as they did in Storming the Gap and the flip sides of the Blood and Fury maps. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 new maps there with summer maps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yep, and 11 winter maps. So I'm, without exploring all of them too deeply, I'm going to surmise that they are summer and winter. There'll be a matching pair of each. But either way, 11 new maps, so there's going to be some nice new variety in the scenarios because each of the base games only comes with 4 maps each, and plenty of possible terrain for any design your own battle generator stuff. And I do love my battle generator stuff. At least I do look no tactical. I'm still working through scenarios for World War 85. So what have we got here then? So here we've got 3 books covering the separate expansions included in this box. Got the Drive on Guessing. This is a campaign system. So quick glance at it. Operational map, air recon. Yep. So very similar to the all the same counters as is included with the Blood and Fury campaign game. And yeah, very similar campaign map different setup, but like the same general idea at first glance. So Drive I'm guessing is basically just a campaign system. It says it's a set of linked scenarios, but it doesn't have the scenarios for it in there. So I wonder if it uses the scenarios included with Storming the Gap, but I'll have to have a read of that later. Storm and Steel, Second Wave. This allows you to play through the events in the tie-in novel Storm and Steel. Wow, and it looks like it's got some new coloured units in there. I wonder what they've got. Oh, we've got some Czech forces coming in. That's a nice expansion to the system. Yeah, so looks like just, yeah, German versus Czech scenarios. How many have we got in total here? So that's another 6 scenarios. And only one little page of modules, of module rules for combat engineers and high rate of fire stuff. So yeah, again, first time I've seen the Czechs in this system, so that's good. They're expanding it that way as well, including more and more nationalities each time. Really does expand the possibilities of do it your own stuff. And the Defense of Frankfurt, again, module and scenario rules. So high rate of fire, advanced night fighting, and battalion activation systems with cards which will activate multiple formations at once. So that could be interesting for large games. Yeah, so yeah, this has got a few more pages of module rules than Storm and Steel did, but still not excessive. Only 7 pages. And here we go. So, oh, these are some big battles. Scenario 1's order of battles is huge with NATO West Germans. Warsaw Pact's got some pages. Yeah, so these are some big scenarios here. Again, with the battalion moving there. Look at this scenario. 8 maps. So only 2 scenarios in here, but both of them seem to be huge monster games. So I doubt I've actually got the table space to play these myself. But if I can get it to a proper games convention or something, it might be a good centerpiece. Anyway, still got a lot more to look at here. So we've got the campaign map, as previously seen. A couple of expanded national unit charts, unit tables. So for the, I imagine that means there's some new units in, or just some changes to prices. Oh, yeah, here's one for the Czech Republic, for their forces and how much they cost for battle generate scenarios, what skills they've got for normal play. Again, the other campaign map, because for the campaign game, both forces will have 1 map each to do a bit of blind play, a little bit of fog of war. I haven't fully read through the campaign system rules yet, so I don't know the complete ins and outs, but I'm picking up a few little bits, just glancing over the pages. More West Germans, more Czech unit tables. And here, these are for the campaign system, so these are basic rules and used to as a blind, a bit like a little DM screen to hide your map from your campaign operational map from the opponent, and a sequence of play for the operational game. So I believe these will both be the same, so just 1 for each player, obviously. Again, more national unit tables. No real new player aids except for the campaign bits. Here we go. Oh. So here's all the tokens needed for the campaign game. I've already got 1 set of these out of Blood and Fury. Got some more utility counters of the square Stop in the Gap shape. Not the round ones that come in Blood and Fury, but I'm not as enamored with the round ones as most people seem to be. But that's a story for a different time. There's a sheet of Czech forces. Oh, look at all those tanks, helicopters. Oh yeah. Artillery pieces. Oof. An expansion of the West German forces, more Soviets, more Americans. So, yeah. plenty of new units to be getting used. I'm most excited to see the Czechs in action, to be perfectly honest with you. It was really good to get my hands on the British forces with Blood and Fury. So I'm equally excited to get the Czechs in play, just to have a bit more variety in the choosable forces. So that was my quick glance through the Storming the Gap expansion. So even if I play none of the scenarios, I think this is worth it alone, just for the extra maps and the Czech forces being added into the game. That alone will get some decent... That alone will at least give me some decent play opportunities in this box. And I've not popped any counters yet, so it still fits back in the box, which is the biggest problem with World of Warcraft 5 stuff. Getting things back into the box after opening them. I may have to invest in some of those Cube for Me trays that are designed for the box and see how that goes. Now let's take a look at Operation Red Gauntlet, crossing the mighty Vesa. Much more understated offering than what came for the Storming the Gap Kickstarter. Got one book and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new maps. These are not split. These are like the Blood and Fury ones, which come in one giant piece. Which, as I explained in a different video up here, getting them to lay flat because of the way they fold in storage has been really tricky for me. So I think for these I'm going to have to cut the slit so they fold up in the same manner as the Storm and the Gap ones, because that worked really well for my Blood and Fury boxed maps. But again, like the Blood and Fury ones, these are winter on one side, summer on the other. And again, just so many new maps with extra possibilities for do-it-yourself stuff. And oh, look how heavy some of this city is. There's going to be some real nasty fighting in there. Real nasty manoeuvring in there. But I think, yep, so plenty of opportunities. I'll have a proper look at those at a different time. And Operation Red Gauntlet. So let's see what we've got in here. Little breakdown. So 8 of the maps that come here are not truly geomorphic. They combine together to make this real life map area of around Minden, the city of Minden. So these certain maps only connect together in this way, but around the edge of the map, things have been slightly changed so they can be geomorphic with the other maps in the system. So they're not going to be as flexible for doing your own stuff, but for this one specific monster game, they're going to be a more historical representation, which, you know, for the histories can be quite good. So we've got some new module rules here. So tunnels, that's dense city, so even denser than normal city stuff. Light industrial zones, pontoon units, and let's take a look and see what kind of scenarios they've got in here. So this picks up from Blood and Fury, so it starts with scenario 17, and scenario 18, scenario 19, scenario 20, and here's scenario 21. Now this is the true monster, 8 maps, and from what I've read about it, not only will you need Blood and Fury and Operation Red Gauntlet, you also need Storming the Gap and the Storming the Gap expansion pack, just to provide all the forces and all the additional cards you need. Like 2 Battlefield Friction cards, extra designated formation cards. It's got West Germans, British, Soviets. It's just got force after force after force. More British coming in, more Soviets. Some more German forces coming in, Americans coming in, turn 7. It's just a huge amount of forces. Now, I do know that Gimpy Gamer is putting together this massive monster scenario and having a playthrough on it. And I'm really going to look forward to that video series. He's done some really good playthroughs of World War 85 already, but to see that huge scenario in action, that'll be interesting just because my table alone can't handle it. Now, so that's the expansions looked at. But I do have one bonus item, which I can't even get in the field of view of my camera because it's so large. The Blood and Fury World War 85 canvas map. Let me pop this out and give you a little demonstration of what this is. So speaking of that monster game from Red Gauntlet, this huge canvas map is all 8 of those scenarios. But it just rolls and rolls and rolls. I do not have a table big enough to play this game on. But the quality of the canvas is really nice. It feels great. Really resistant to any kind of damage or spills. It may be tricky to get it flat after being rolled up for so long, but to get this huge canvas map out at a convention or something and play the huge monster scenario over a couple of days or a day-long session with some other games, I think it would be a really, really fantastic game. Really fantastic way to play. And frankly speaking, unless I go to a convention with huge tables, I'm not going to be able to play this at home. I just do not have a table big enough. Even my lounge, it takes up most of the floor. And this is the kind of game with, you know, the amount of forces that were just littered over this. So let's see how many. So it starts on page 72. Where are we? 93, 94. So there's 22 pages of forces for this one scenario alone. There's no way I'm going to be playing that in a 2-hour session in an evening. There's no way I'm going to have the space without some special event going on. But the canvas map is lovely. I just hope I get the chance to make use of it. So there we have it. There's all the expansion content for World War 85 that has been released so far. Operation Red Gauntlet and Blood and Fury, if it's not available online now, it will be very soon. I know you can already get it from Second Chance Games in the UK. As for the Storm in the Gap expansion pack, your best bet if you're in the States is to go to Lock and Load's page because they've got a special Storm in the Gap deal going on at the moment. Very limited numbers. Storm in the Gap, the expansion pack. I believe there's like a nylon mat, turn track formation card mat on there. Possibly even includes the solo assistant. I'm not sure of that, or if just someone I saw ordered that with it. But either way, there's a huge Storm in the Gap pack at a great price. And Blood and Fury is not far behind. And if you see my other videos, you know how much I love World War 85 as a system in general. If you've not invested in it, now is the best time to get involved. So until next time, happy gaming!